British science fiction writer Arthur C. Clarke once wrote that any sufficiently advanced technology is and would be indistinguishable from magic. And right now, on many fronts, we're seeing the rise of something that seems like magic, but might actually be our future reality. We've already talked about on this channel about the rise of the AI superintelligence that is not going to be a tool, but it's becoming an agent that's going to have its own will. Mix that with these orbs in the skies and these UFO technology that's been declassified from military video, and now to these New Jersey drones that are shape-shifting. I'm going to show you that in today's video. And my question is this just some kind of new technology, or are we witnessing the rise of what's written about in Revelation as the beast system? The beast system, where the question is asked, who can make war with the beast? Well, with technology like this, that's a good question. All right, my friends, let's get into this. I'm going to make this video quick because it's really just an update. All right, some of you probably have never seen or heard about the drone literally shape-shifting from mechanical object to this orb that's like spiritual looking, or from this orb to mechanical drone. All right, but before I show that, I want to show you guys this one because I wonder how many of you have even seen this. Now, as a Christian, I mean, we have to be discerning. We have to look at this from our scriptural lens, right? From the biblical worldview, which I absolutely do. And I'm going to ask questions about this. I'm not going to run away from it, and you shouldn't either. I know many people that just avoid this, like we shouldn't worry about it. And I agree, we shouldn't worry. All right, but on the other hand, as a Christian, we can't just avoid it because we don't know how to fit it in with our doctrine or our religious stance and so forth. So I like to just look at the evidence. I want to follow the facts where they lead, and I know there's always going to be an answer. Jesus is alive, and he's still speaking truth today. So let's check out this video real quick. Did you guys see this one where the UFO, or whatever you want to call it, the unknown object, goes into the sea? Check it out.
Sir. Yeah, I bring it down. We got a lot of white water out there, some 6-foot swells.
Whoa, it's getting close.
Yeah, we have 31 knots sustained wind, topside, gust of 40.
Whoa, splashed. Splashed. Mark bearing and range.
Gone. It just disappeared. So this was military declassified radar tracking with advanced technology that we have, and they witnessed this thing that was flying in the atmosphere, flying everywhere, disappear into the ocean. And I've heard and I've read that the leading theory of the Department of Defense up until that time was that the UFOs were not coming from the sky. They were coming from the water. If you've heard that too, put it in the chat, put it in the comments, let me know. I want to hear from you. I like to talk about these things. Let me know if there's a new declassified video out there. I will show it on this channel because we got to awaken to the truth and the reality of what's going on, because I don't want us to be caught unaware. As Christians, Jesus told us to be on watch. We don't want to fall into the deceitful schemes of the devil, who is 100% behind all of this. He is scheming today. And as promised, I'm going to show you this other video where a New Jersey mayor literally talks about how he saw with his own eyes something that looked like magic. Let's check it out.
Joining me now is the mayor of the township of Belleville, New Jersey, whose town had several drone sightings. Mayor Michael Melham. Mayor, thank you so much for your time on this. What is the latest on the situation there in Belleville? Are there still reports of these drone sightings?
Thank you for having me. So absolutely. I mean, all over New Jersey and even Long Island, I'm getting reports from videographers that are stationed right at the water there in Long Island, seeing them come over from what he says is New Jersey. Here in New Jersey, we're about 500 mayors strong. We are still waiting for answers because our residents are still gravely concerned over what's flying just over our homes.
What do you think is going on in the skies?
I mean, it's tough. Every time I see a video, my opinion seems to change. I mean, I've recently been watching and spent some time with the videographer out of Long Island. I mean, he has orbs, these glowing orbs of light on camera that as you watch them right before your eyes, they seem to transform into a mechanical drone. So I've actually watched it myself, where these orbs are glowing balls of light different blinking lights all over the place. And as it gets closer to you, you actually see it transform into a drone. Whether it's a drone from the beginning and it's being obstructed by bright light, I can't tell you, but it is cause for concern. We have looked at flight tracker data. We don't see any airplanes in the skies. These things are absolutely some kind of phenomenon that's happening just over our homes. We need answers, and we need them quickly.
Yeah, we do. And President Trump went on and he's saying that if they were foreign or something that was harmful, I mean, they would have done it by now. He actually committed to finding out what these were, and we'll stay tuned for that. As I hear updates that are important, I will absolutely put them on this channel because I want to know what these are. And there's a reason for that. It's not because I'm curious about UFOs and all that. It's because I know what Revelation says. I know that it talks about a beast system that's going to rise up, that it's going to be so powerful that no one can make war against it. And I'll show you that verse in a second. But you must know about the USS Nimitz account, where dozens of UFOs, came out from above 80,000 feet, which is well beyond what our technology can do until unless you get into spacecraft and rockets and things like that. But our jets and current military aircraft, they can't do that. But these things go up out of 80,000 feet and they come down. And then they go, and so in this particular one with the USS Nimitz, again, look this up for yourself. They have all kinds of radar tracking on this thing. They call it the Tic Tac UFO incident. And they watch it, they track it, and they see this thing take off from basically 0 miles per hour to like 17,000 miles per hour in a split second. They witness these things and make turns that at 16,000 miles per hour, that's literally impossible in physics. Okay, especially if you have a living being in there, they would be dead. Okay, you cannot have that kind of inertia and acceleration on your body, what they call G-force. You'd be dead. But here we are. We see these craft doing it. They're jamming radar, by the way, which is an act of war. It means there's intelligence behind whatever these craft are. Lastly, in that video I showed you here, that was the USS Omaha, right? They saw that same looking type of UFO orb thing fly around in our atmosphere and then go into the water. And they've seen these things do this, but it's like we just only have so much video for us to see. So the question is, what is it? What are these drones in New Jersey that are shape-shifting? I mean, this is new stuff. This is crazy to me. All right, and that's why I like to discuss it. It's mysterious, but I do believe, unfortunately, that since they exist, they're probably going to be used for some sort of a control or something here in the future. Now, let me take you to Revelation chapter 13, verse 4. Where it says, and they worshiped the dragon, which is Satan, for he had given his authority to the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like the beast? Who can fight against it? Who can make war with this thing that can cause every person, great or rich or poor, every person to either worship the beast or be killed, or to receive the mark on their hand or their forehead, as Revelation says also. And if they don't receive those mark, they will not be able to buy or sell or trade. They will be out of the new system. Now, in order to make a new system like this even possible, you're going to have some sort of a world event, some sort of a collapse, some restructuring, perhaps the Great Reset that the World Economic Forum talks about all the time. I don't know, but you're going to need some event to catalyze this structure. And then if you have the technology like AI superintelligence, these drones are not drones, but like orbs, whatever you want to call them, if they have this ability to fly and manipulate gravity and have this just advanced propulsion, what else can they do? I imagine a future that's going to be very, very strange, and it could happen very fast as we bring about artificial superintelligence and as they're dripping these drone figures, whatever these are, onto us. But here's the thing. We don't have to be afraid. We don't have to be in fear, right? Jesus came to bring us the truth. He came to bring us the light amongst us darkness, and that's who I worship. That's who I seek, and I encourage you to do the same. If you're a Christian, read your word. Begin to pray and just pray for discernment. I don't want any of us to get led astray because, as we know, as human beings, we're more like sheep, as Jesus said, and we can follow false shepherds, and I don't want that to be for anybody. Even what I'm saying, I'm not speaking this prophetically. I'm not saying, "Thus says the Lord." I'm just showing what happened with these videos and what the New Jersey mayor is saying, and giving you an update and saying that we need to watch and pray as one church and one body, and we need to seek first the kingdom of heaven before anything else. But it was Jesus who said in John 16 verse 33, he says, "I have said these things to you that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have tribulation. In this world you're going to have trouble. But take heart," Jesus said, "I have overcome the world." Jesus overcame it all. They threw everything at him, and they couldn't withstand him, right? Jesus is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Even death couldn't stop Jesus. He literally rose from the dead, and he's coming back again. And when he comes, he's going to make war with that dragon, and that dragon is going to be thrown into the lake of fire, and justice is going to reign forever, and the kingdom of heaven is going to be with man once again. It's a glorious future. We don't have to be afraid, but I encourage all my brothers and sisters in faith, understand that this is real, and God has called you for such a time. Read his word. Stop looking to men. Stop looking to ministries to save you and to teach you. If they're a good minister, a pastor upon your life, they're going to say the same thing to you. Get into your word, read your Bible, discern the truth, and then go to your pastor, go to your brothers and sisters in the faith and talk about these things. That's what we're doing here on the channel. We're just talking about these things together. And so that's what Truth Be Told is all about. If you like this channel, please hit the like button. Helps it get it out to other audiences, and subscribe. All right, we're going to keep doing this. We make different videos. We have our podcast where we hear testimonies, and it's all about the truth, which is found in Jesus alone. Again, don't be afraid. Take heart. Jesus overcame the world for you, and he's coming back to set things right. Let's stay in this discussion. Let's keep in the truth. Truth be told.